Welcome everyone to Whimsy Woven Stories. Here, we explore gripping tales of real-life twists. Join our storytelling community.
When I walked into my home, the stench of betrayal hung heavy in the air. Alex, my childhood friend and business partner, sat on the couch with a smug grin, his arm draped casually around my wife, Evelyn. Their closeness wasn't just familiar, it was a bold declaration. My 17-year-old son, Noah, stood nearby, glaring at me with an expression of disdain that cut deeper than words. Evelyn's voice pierced through the silence, cold and unfeeling. "Daniel, we've made some decisions. You've been removed as a founder, and the board has approved your termination. You were a good husband, but this is the end. I hope we can still be friends." Noah added his own cruel twist to the knife. "Sorry, Dad, but I'm staying with Mom and Uncle Alex." Alex extended his hand toward me, his smile dripping with arrogance, as if daring me to shake it. I ignored him, my mind racing. I had faced grueling board meetings and crushing deadlines as the co-founder of an exclusive luxury hospitality brand. But this was beyond anything I could have imagined. The faint smell of roasted lamb wafted through the air, oddly comforting for a fleeting second. But the comfort quickly dissolved as I entered the living room and took in the scene. There they stood, Alex with his triumphant smirk and Evelyn, her once loving eyes now cold and detached. "Daniel," Alex said, his tone oozing with false confidence. "We were just about to share a little secret." Evelyn didn't wait for me to respond. "Alex and I have been together for years. It's time to stop pretending. The board has already signed off on your removal." It felt as if the ground beneath me had disappeared. I turned to Noah, hoping for some sense of loyalty, but his words cut like a dagger. "It's better this way, Dad." Alex stretched out his hand again, mocking me. "No hard feelings, right?" he said with a widening grin. I didn't take the bait. Instead, I met his gaze with steel in my eyes. My thoughts were racing. "You've won this battle, but the war is far from over." I am the weeks that followed. My world fell apart. I moved out of the house I had poured my heart into, retreating to a modest apartment on the other side of town. Alex and Evelyn wasted no time flaunting their relationship. They threw extravagant parties and plastered their images across the headlines as the new power couple in the hospitality industry. But while they basked in their newfound spotlight, I began to plan quietly, methodically. Revenge would be mine, not in anger, but with precision. This wasn't the end of my story. It was just the beginning that I reached out to old allies, former employees, competitors, and anyone willing to listen. Financial audits uncovered a tangled web of deceit. Evelyn had been siphoning funds from our joint accounts for years, while Alex bribed key board members to solidify his takeover. Fueled by these discoveries, I began rebuilding. This wasn't just business. It was personal. Anonymous tips were fed to journalists, hinting at corruption within the company's leadership. Rumors spread like wildfire, with whispers of fraud and instability. The industry began questioning Alex's confidence. The cracks in their facade grew wider every day. 2 months later, I orchestrated a grand gala under the guise of introducing a major investor interested in expanding into Asia. Invitations were sent to Alex, Evelyn, the board, and influential journalists. I knew Alex's greed would blind him to the trap I had set. The event was held in a magnificent Venetian ballroom, its splendor unmatched. Crystal chandeliers bathed the room in golden light, and soft classical music created an air of sophistication. When Alex and Evelyn arrived, Evelyn wore an elegant emerald gown, her arm clinging possessively to Alex. They were met with polite applause, but their eyes darted around nervously, scanning the room. I approached them with a calm smile. "I'm so glad you could make it," I said warmly. "I thought it was time we talked business again." Alex's smirk returned. "Good to see you, Daniel," he replied, feigning confidence. "Ready to put the past behind us?" I raised my glass. the picture of composure. "Oh, Alex, I wouldn't miss this for the world." Little did he know, the evening wasn't about reconciliation. It was about revealing the truth. By the end of the night, the empire he thought he had stolen would crumble beneath him. I led Alex and Evelyn into a private lounge where the supposed investor waited. The room was minimalist yet striking, with modern art adorning the walls and a sleek mahogany table commanding attention. Their confidence faltered the moment they stepped inside. On the table were neatly arranged stacks of documents, a laptop looping damning videos, and photographs that exposed their betrayal. Emails, forged contracts, and bank transfers lay in plain sight. The videos showed clips of their secret rendezvous and mocking conversations about my supposed naivety. Alex's smirk evaporated. "What is this?" he demanded, his voice unsteady. I leaned back in my chair, calm and collected, a gleam of satisfaction in my eyes. "This," I said, gesturing to the evidence, "is everything I've been working on while you were busy stabbing me in the back." Evelyn's face turned ghostly pale as she flipped through the documents, her hands trembling. The room was silent except for the quiet hum of the laptop. Alex's confidence shattered as he realized the magnitude of what had been exposed. Every move he and Evelyn had made was meticulously documented, and their betrayal was now an open secret. "You thought you'd won," I said, standing. "But you underestimated me. This isn't the end of the story. It's just the beginning of yours unraveling." The night ended with a bombshell revelation that left Alex and Evelyn scrambling to recover. Their empire, built on lies and deceit, was crumbling as I walked out of the lounge. I felt a sense of closure. The betrayal had scarred me, but I had turned it into my strength. This chapter of my life wasn't about revenge. It was about reclaiming what was rightfully mine. The emails laid everything bare. They revealed Alex and Evelyn's long-term scheme to oust Daniel, divert funds, and seize control of the company. Screenshots of financial transactions exposed Evelyn's systematic siphoning of their marital assets into offshore accounts. Alex tried to feign confidence. "None of this will hold up." "You're bluffing," he said, his voice laced with desperation. The Daniel's smile widened. "Oh, I'm not bluffing. Copies of this evidence have already been sent to the board, the press, and law enforcement. By this time tomorrow, you'll be headline news." "For all the wrong reasons," Evelyn's voice wavered. "Daniel, please. Think of Noah. Don't destroy everything we've built." Daniel's expression hardened. "You mean the son you turned against me?" "Don't worry, Evelyn. I've already spoken to him. He knows the truth now, and you've lost him too." Alex lunged forward, his anger erupting, but Daniel didn't flinch. Security guards quickly stepped in, restraining Alex and escorting him and Evelyn out of the room. Their protests were drowned out by the clicking of cameras as journalists swarmed them in the hallway. The fallout was swift and devastating. Within days, Alex's career was in ruins. The board, outraged by his fraudulent activities, voted to strip him of his position and publicly condemned his actions. Evelyn faced relentless public scrutiny, her reputation destroyed by media exposés detailing her role in the scheme. Meanwhile, Daniel emerged stronger. With the board's backing, he reasserted his influence over the company, stabilizing it amid the scandal. To restore the company's image, he announced a charitable initiative, redirecting a portion of profits to support ethical entrepreneurship, a move that earned him widespread respect. On a personal level, Daniel began to rebuild his life. He reconnected with old friends, rediscovered his love for cooking, and found comfort in small, meaningful moments. Most importantly, he focused on healing his relationship with Noah. It wasn't easy, trust takes time to rebuild, but with every heartfelt conversation, their bond grew stronger. One evening, as father and son sat on a park bench overlooking the city, Noah broke the silence. "Dad, I'm sorry. I didn't understand before, but now I see what they did to you." Daniel placed a reassuring hand on his son's shoulder. "What matters is that we're here now, together." In the end, Daniel's journey wasn't just about retribution, it was about reclaiming his life, his dignity, and his family. He had risen above the betrayal, stronger and wiser. As he watched the sunset over the city skyline, a profound sense of peace settled over him. Betrayal might break you, but it can also rebuild you into something stronger. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't just winning, it's rising above.
Thanks for listening. Share your opinion in comment section and also do like and subscribe to the channel.